Really enjoyed the bareMinerals Mineralist liquid lips. They're really creamy formulas, and because I've got really dry lips, it's kind of the only lip color I would go for, or lip product I should say. You can tell which shades are my favorite. I love nudes and I also love reds. There was a couple of shades in the lineup that weren't particularly me, but it was quite fun to experiment. Expressive, I will show you. I'm not usually a bright color person, but it was something really fun to experiment with, but I'm always gonna go back to the nudes and the reds personally. One of the reasons I really wanted to try this formula is because the Mineralist lipsticks formula is really good for my lips. I get eczema, dryness, and that doesn't irritate. In terms of these, I definitely found that they didn't specifically irritate my lips. However, I did have to be more mindful that they're harder to get off. So that's why I've paired it with the Bioderma eye and lip makeup remover, because it's more gentle. So just if you do have dry lips like me or eczema prone lips, be mindful how you're taking them off. Take them off in a really gentle way, just because they are super long lasting. So they're gonna be a bit more difficult to take off. I would say the formula lasts about, for me personally, half of the day. Then I tend to reapply after I've eaten something. They are very long lasting. So I would say probably about 5 to 6 hours, and then I would reapply. I found the formula really easy to apply, to be honest. It's got a doe foot applicator, which I can show you, which is quite small and traces the lips really nicely. I also use my ring finger to dab it in a little bit to give that kind of like blurred out effect, which I really liked as well. But the formula dries down very quickly, which just means that you have to kind of work it in quite quickly so it doesn't set too fast.
So my experience with the bareMinerals matte lipsticks is that I really enjoyed using them. I enjoyed experimenting with different colors, perhaps ones that I wouldn't normally wear. My favorite shade is shade Lucky, which is probably the most basic color in the mix, but it's like a neutral blush nudie color. I think it's just perfect for like work, for going out, like it's just everything. It just suits everything, and it doesn't matter what eyeshadow you wear. It looks nice with everything. My top tip would be to wear like a lip balm underneath it, because it is a matte formula, and I find that because my lips are quite chapped anyway, it got caught in the cracks of my lips. So I would like make sure your lips are moisturized for the best finish. My unexpected favorite shade was shade Passionate, which is this shade. It was a really deep red, and like not all reds suit me. Not all reds suit my skin tone. I find it not very flattering, but this really suited my paler skin type, and it made my eyes look bluer and my teeth whiter. When I used this, I loved using the colors, but I found that sometimes it was hard to trace the outline of my lip. So I definitely recommend using the bareMinerals lip liner with it to make sure you have a clean edge, because it's hard to achieve with the doe foot applicator.
The new liquid lipstick from bareMinerals. I did love the colors. They're really vibrant and they match with my complexion, with my outfits. Actually, surprisingly, I love all the nudes, which obviously I'm not wearing any nudes, you can tell from my hair. I love color, but I did love these ones. And also Spirited was one of my favorite. I put them to test for you. I was wearing them from 6:30 until 8:30 at night. So it was more than 12 hours. And what I recommend is every time you want to reapply it, remove it, and then just do it all over again. Otherwise it feels a bit, let's say, crunchy. My suggestion is to remove it every time and then reapply it, because otherwise it felt a bit heavy. As I said before, I'm not a nude person, however, I did enjoy wearing the nude ones. My favorite one in particular was the Spirited. It matched great with my complexion and with my natural color, so I was in love with it. However, as you can tell, I'm a person that is in love with colors. So my favorite two is Royal and Expressive, and I'm actually wearing them both right now. I have Royal on my top lip and Expressive on my bottom. Looks really cool and really fancy. Apart from this review today, as a team, we were doing a 10-day review where we were trying every single lipstick on a different day. And when it was the day of the Brave shade, this one, I couldn't find the lipstick anywhere, so I had to borrow Kiwi's. And then as the weeks passed, I was looking for it every single day and I just couldn't find it. And yesterday, I found it in my cat's bed underneath her toy. I don't know what she was doing with it. Maybe she was wearing it, I don't know, but I found it yesterday and I can finally wear it. So that's a funny story.
I've tested out 10 shades of the bareMinerals Mineralist liquid lipsticks this month. It really got me out of my comfort zone, and surprisingly, I liked the more colourful shades more than the nudes, which isn't like me. My favourite shade is Vivacious, which I'm wearing now. It's a really nice autumnal berry winey colour. And I also really like Passionate, which is a darker red, and I never wear red, so that's surprising. I'd say they're not as drying as other liquid lipsticks I've used in the past, but I'd still recommend wearing a nice layer of lip balm underneath them. They last a good few hours and they don't fade really funny, which I found with other lipsticks. So if you're looking for a good long-lasting lipstick, these are ones to try. They don't smudge on the lips either, which is great.